Hey guys, how's it going? So today is Sunday, the 17th of October, and my parents have just left, and I'm officially living on my own. And I thought that, now that I am done settling in more or less like 90%, I thought that this was a good enough time to start reading The Inheritance of Words, which is our book of the month for October for the Explore India Readathon challenge, where we read one book from all of the states and union territories of India. 1 month at a time. So yeah, we in September we read a book from Assam, Chinatown days, and now in October we are reading a book from Arunachal Pradesh, and this one is a collection of writings, a collection of writings from Arunachal Pradesh, and the editor is Mamang Dai, and the book is from Zubaan books. So I've got very high hopes for this one. I'll start reading this today. It's also very short, as you can see. So I'm really excited to pick this up, and obviously since this is a reading vlog, I'll be sharing my thoughts with you all. One more thing that I have to share is that the place where I'm living, it's quite a bit noisy during the day, so let's see how it works out, and if required I'll have to use my mic and so on. But for now we'll work with this, and then I'll check in with you all later. So that's it for now. Really excited to pick up The Inheritance of Words. Hey guys, so I'm not sure if you can hear it in the background, but it's raining. It started raining today, there was a bit of thunder, and now it's been raining non-stop, and I'm really glad because now the temperature is really much more manageable. I've read a few pages of The Inheritance of Words, and I thought I'd share a few thoughts that I had while reading this book. So firstly, I do have to say that it's very beautiful, and especially because it offers you a collection of writing from different authors of the state. The things that they talk about, the issues that they deal with are really as diverse. There's one point that I wrote which I want to share with you all. It has an interesting collection of poems and stories invoking elements of nature, of the spiritual, and binding them with myths, legends, as well as usual human emotions. Themes of today, such as patriarchy, misogyny, the treatment of the girl child, and so on. It is intertwining a lot of that with nature element along with issues we face today, like I just said. So it's really great. And there's one poem on page 4 that I'm going to share with you, which I really loved. So the name of the poem is My Ane's Tribal Love Affair by Rita. Now I might mispronounce a few of the names, and I apologize in advance for that, because our pronunciations are quite different. Ane, I wish I could introduce love to you. Love is like a rainbow, everyone sees their own, and the number of colors in yours may vary from mine. But Ane, you can choose your favorite color. Ane, I wish you could remarry and have a friend to age with, but our customs prohibit us from tasting love. They say, Doni polo e ledunku. Ultimately, truth prevails. Ane, I will now come home only when the truth prevails. Sorry, Ane. Until then, I will resist for freedom, for you, many young girls and me, waiting to taste freedom. So I thought this was a really nice poem, and that's why I decided to share it with you. And then there was this art piece that I thought was really amazing. So the name of this whole collection is Tradition and Illusion of Continuance by Chowdhury. And basically these art forms are like a merging of art and social issues, which I thought was done really well. And so that's it. I will give you another update very soon. I don't know how noisy it is in the background, but let's see. But that's it for now. I'll take a short nap, I think, because I woke up really early today at 3 because my parents were leaving and I had to help them, and I had slept at like 1 last night, so I just got 2 hours worth of net sleep. So I'm gonna take a nap now, and then I'll do a bit more reading in the evening. And I really love the weather since it's raining. It's much cooler than how it had been the previous days. But yeah, I'll give you another update very soon. Bye. Hey guys, so it's a couple of days later, and I haven't been very regular with reading this book. I don't have the jacket because I tend to remove the jacket when I read the book. So I have been reading this book, but in the middle I decided to pick up this one, so I got really into this one. So anyway, now I'm back to reading The Inheritance of Pearls, and I'm really enjoying it. So far, after the first part, of which I've given you an update, I've read this non fictional piece. It's Indigenous Tribal Languages of Northeast India Strategies for Revitalization by Toko Anu. And this was such an important read, I think, because it talks so much about revitalization and the fact of and the reason why it is so necessary today, because so many people have lost touch with their mother tongue. So many tribal people have lost touch with their mother tongues, and with the whole idea of globalization, there is a skewed perspective of one nation, one language, or having your kids study regionally privileged languages, and all of that. It leads to the loss of your culture, and it's like, once you lose your way of life, the culture, you lose the language as well, which is really sad. you know um, for instance, I'll just say one line which really reflects the truth. In fact, in Arunachal Pradesh, the Bugun and Cherdukpen languages have roughly 3,000 speakers, and they are very likely the last generation of such speakers. I might be wrong with my pronunciation, and I apologize for that. But you see how it is, but slowly I have to say that people of today's the generation of today is doing so much towards the revitalization of their languages, and it's such a pleasure to see. For instance, the recognition itself. Otherwise, earlier this was not even an issue that was talked about, but now it is recognized that this is an issue. The loss of your identity, your indigenous identity, is happening, and a recognition is there. So, only once you recognize the issue can you resolve it. So it was interesting, that non-fictional piece. It's also a thunderstorm is going on outside, so you might hear a lot of thunder. Then I also read a poem called Those Idle Days by Jamuna Vini. It was originally written in Hindi, and it is a beautiful nostalgia-inducing poem, of the author reminiscing about their childhood days. It was really nice. Then there's also another poem, The Darkest 5 Days, that time of the month for every woman, and everyone who menstruates. So this was again another interesting piece, and I am really glad to see that this collection is really very inclusive. It's not just about, say for instance, the non-fictional piece that talks about political issue or anything like that. It's a combination of everything, and I think it really puts forward the talent, the writing of everyone, of various writers from the state, and as such, the various topics they all write about. So it was very, very interesting. Then I've read this short story, The Spirit of the Forest by Subi Taba, and I really, really loved it. It was beautiful, and it is set in the Pake Tiger Reserve, and it's so much about nature, and how nature restores, how in the end, nature strikes back. And like a character says, meanwhile the officer drove back to his forest quarters, believing that love begets love, so does destruction beget destruction. I'm not going to give you much spoiler, but it's a very beautiful short story, and it really glorifies the spirit of the forest, and it was really beautiful, and really, really reflective as well, considering today's situation where forests are being cut one after the other. All the trees are being cut for illegal timber mining and all of that. So I think it really deals with that well, as well as poaching. It's got a bit of everything. I have this bit to complete, but I'm really enjoying it, so I think I might savor it as well. I'll definitely give you more of an update later on. I'm really enjoying this book, so I don't want to rush through it, especially because it is a culmination of different types. You know, I've got photo essays, I've got non-fictional piece, poems, creative, flash fiction sort of things, short stories. So it's got a mix of everything, and that's why I don't want to really, rush through it. I'm really taking my time to enjoy it, to just sit back and absorb what I've read and think and introspect, all of that. So yeah, that's the update for now. I'll give you more of an update when I've made more of a dent with the second part. I'm also, let me show you the beautiful bookmark I'm using while reading this book. So the bookmark that I'm using is this cat's tail bookmark, and it is from Kitties and Yarns. So basically what I have to do is I have to place it like this. I place it like this with the tail at the bottom, and we've got the frilly bit at the top. So it's really nice, and it's also very good for the book as well. It's because it's soft, no weird cuts and edges. So I'm really enjoying it. Let me know if you are also a person who tends to remove the cover, the jacket from your hardcover book. If you are reading a hardcover, let me know. I just feel like I'll damage it somehow, so I always tend to remove the jacket. But yeah, that's it. Can you hear that? I don't know if the video will catch that, but it's quite loud. And let me tell you the tragedy. Today is 27th of October. Alright, today is Sunday and today is a Karwa Chauth. And people here, like traditionally, the wife sees the moon before she breaks her fast. Something like that, I'm not very sure. But I know that seeing the moon is very important. But today, I don't know what's going to happen because it's all cloudy, and I don't know. I hope it clears soon for their sake. But yeah, that's it. And I'll give you another update soon. Hey guys, so today is the 26th, it's Tuesday, and I've just finished reading The Inheritance of Words, and I thought I would give you my thoughts about it. So far I have tried to record whatever I felt about this book, about all the writings in it as I've read it. So throughout the whole process I've been giving you my thoughts, and towards the end I definitely have to say that this was a really wholesome experience. Firstly, I got to know a lot about the culture, the linguistic tradition, the linguistic development or evolution, I would say, of Arunachali people and their languages, especially because as I've learned from here, oral literature is a big deal here, and it is only very recently that written literature has come to be. So it was really insightful, and so in the second last, I won't say chapter, but there are different writings in the second last one, which is Bards from the Dawnlit Mountains by Yater Nyoke. I found this one to be very helpful because it gave me a lot of perspective about the dates and all. For instance, I got to know that with Arunachal Pradesh there are 26 major tribes and hundreds of sub-tribes, and there are more than 90 languages as a result of that. And for the longest time it was oral culture that was more predominant, oral literature. Whatever people wanted to be passed down through the generations, it was carried out through oral literatures, storytelling and all of that. But the 20th century brought written literature to Arunachal Pradesh, so that is when we get to see a difference. I won't say difference, but like the written culture and all of that. And in 1961 we have the first novel of Arunachal Pradesh written by Lumer Dai, and it's only very recently, that is in 1999 and 2006. Oh my god, the kids are so noisy. Wow, I never had that much stamina as a kid, I think. But anyway, so it's only very recently in 1999 and 2006 with Yumlam Tanas, The Man and the Tiger, and Mamang Dai's The Legend of Pinsam, that registered the entry of Arunachali writers to the literary canon of English and Hindi, and also helped to take Arunachali writings beyond the borders of the state. So I think this was a very, very wonderful, wonderful read, and even though I've just shared excerpts with you from the second last bit, this contains this is a treasure trove really of cultures from there, of what people think, of the ways young writers of today are exploring literature, bringing about their own twist to it, bringing about their own culture to it, and everything. It's just amazing. I am very happy that I got to read this book for this month, for October, and in November we are going to read a book from Manipur, so I hope you stay tuned for that. And as for now, I'm really happy I got to read this book, and I hope you guys do check it out as well if you haven't already. And if you have read this book, let me know what you think. I thought that each of these pieces was really good, and I would definitely 10 out of 10 recommend this collection. So I hope you had a nice time watching this video, although it was very loud and noisy. I'm still coming to terms with living in this new environment, because back home it was considerably much more quieter. But anyway, that's it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again very soon. Until then, take care, peace out, bye.